Back to bows then. Okay, let's try. Let's see how bro performs in combato. Okay, so bro goes second currently. And he's got a crit. Although the crit won't actually be used, will it? Because we're doing that. Unless what crafts do you have? Quick draw, 20 points. Oh, you have no CP. Area. Oh, it's an area attack. You've got a fucking area craft right off the rip. Fires off several rounds in the blink of an eye. Okay, and howling bullet, an explosive energy shot that is also an area attack. Ooh, baby. Okay. Okay. Now we are cooking with the gas. Yeah, you fucking stand back there, bitch. You're not welcome in the front row. Hey, G level. Learned bind whip. Well, she'd bind and whip me. What, pray tell, is bind whip? Wait, can we? I don't think we can see this. What was this one again? Ferocious monster has been sighted along the trail behind Ravenue Village. We haven't been there, have we? Must be out the other side of bows, I guess. Is there a way to see what bind whip is outside of combat? If there is, I don't remember. Meow. Meow. Do 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 do.
All right, we're good to go.
Ba da 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 dum dum da 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 dum. Oh wait, the guys. Oh right, the guys here just aren't here anymore. Okay, sure. Do 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 do.
ほう、ここがボースか。思ったよりも都会じゃないか。あそこにある大きな建物がボースマーケットというわけだね。
詳しいわね。リベールは初めてなんじゃないの？
See, this is what I mean. I don't think he's just a musician. I feel like there's more to bro.
旅に出る前に観光ガ
He's
イド
got
ブ
an
ックを
answer
買っ
for
たの
it,
さ。
but I don't believe him.
リベール通信社とかいうこちらの出版社が出しているやつ。
ガイドブック？そんなものまで売ってるの？
なんていうか便利な時代になったもんだね。それで早速マーケットで買い物するつもり？
ああ、一通り冷やかしてからディナーとシャレ込もうと思ってね。
You're already pretty dressed up, mate.
ガイドによるとこの町には三つ星のレストランがあるそうだが。
ああ、私たちが市長と打ち合わせしたところね。っていうか、この建物がそうだけど。
アンテローゼですね。本格リベール料理を出すっていう。
Are we gonna try and get him to pay for us as well?
うん、ここで間違いなさそうだ。今から楽しみだよ。
でもまともに食事をしたらかなりのミラを取られるはずよ。普通の酒場をおすすめするけどね。
心配ご無用。ロギンはそれなりに持ってきたさ。それに余裕がなくなったら僕の特技で稼げばいいからね。
特技ってあの歌と演奏のことですか？
Musical renditions.
あれでミラを稼ぐつもり？
テートの大劇場ではオペラの主演を務めたこと
The
もある。
main opera singer at the Grand Theatre in the Erebonian capital, huh? I don't know, maybe you really are just a fucking musician, but I don't know, He seems sus.
あの時は
He
確
gives
か
bad vibes.
一晩だけで100万ミラーを稼いだものだった。
嘘くさ
I mean, I actually believe him on that.
では諸君、ご苦労だったね。
I do believe him on that. I just feel like that's like his old job, and now he's a spy or something. I don't know.
運命が再び僕たちを巡り合わせるまで、しばしの別れだ。
Oh, he's not staying?
アディオス、アミーゴ
Adios, amigo. I really thought he was like, because the way he came into the party, I really thought that was like, here's your new party member. Oh, okay, we're fine then.
とんでもないやつだったわね
Oh god.
エレボニアの人間ってみんなあんな変人なのかな
あれを一般的な帝国人と思われても困るけど。
Okay. So Joshua's definitely from the Empire. With that reaction. Interesting. Because that was my original... My original theory was that he was somehow from the Empire and came here, and the flashback we saw was like during the Empire invasion, but that got debunked because it was only a 5-year gap and the invasion was 10 years ago. So it was the thing with him and our dad saving him or whatever the fuck, however it went down, that was 5 years after the Empire invaded. But then with that reaction, you are definitely from the Empire, so...
いや、もうちょっと真面目な人間が多いと思うよ。
Does Estelle not know that? Because it seemed like there was another scene we saw where it seemed like... Because when in the very first like opening scene bit, he was like about to tell them who he was, and then it like faded to black or whatever. So I thought he had told them there and we were just not privy to it. But with her reaction there, it seems like she doesn't know that he's from the Empire? I don't know.
質実剛健を尊ぶ気風って何かの本で読んだことがあるし。
Well, you are certainly the strong silent type, so...
それじゃあ単に芸術家だから変わり者っていうだけなのかな
It's the only explanation.
こらこら、世の芸術家が聞いたら怒るわよ。さてと、将軍から聞き出した情報をルグランジーさんに報告しなくちゃね。あと、メーベル市長にも知らせた方が良さそうですね。
Indeed.
ギルドと市長邸か。それじゃあ早速行きましょう。
Do we think that it is time for an NPC round? I really want to buy a pair of shoes to match the dress I bought yesterday. Maybe I'll go poke around the shops and see what they've got. I think that's new. We're currently looking for an in-house pianist, but there seems to be no one with the necessary skills anywhere in this whole land. I shall speak with the owner and see about summoning an imperial pianist for the restaurant. Pianist, huh? Man, when they say this is a high-class joint, they are not kidding. It's not just the food here that's top quality, but the wait staff and service as well. Just look around. You can see the signs of the owner's dedication in every last detail. Is it true that all operation of airships has been halted? I suppose I have no choice but to prolong my vacation here then. And there's nothing I can do about it. Why worry? Might as well enjoy it while I can. I can shop and eat as I wish. I can spread my capitalist wings and fly. The old market here was quite bare bones, just some stalls lined up in a vacant field, a common flea market, but the merchants back then were made of even tougher stuff than they are today. There was the mayor's family, influential as anything, and all the traders of the Trino and Borden households. They all started in that common flea market and worked their way up to where they are today. I wore my best outfit to come here, but I hope I don't seem overdressed. I'll need to be careful not to drop any of my tableware. The two of us have been wanting to come here forever now. We worked our little tushes off, pardon my Erebonian, to save up enough money to afford a meal here, but it was worth it. Dear me, dear me. With the airships grounded, I'm finding it impossible to get my wine shipments. For the moment, I suppose we can make do with what's in the cellar, but our stock will not last forever. I hope the airships begin running again soon. No, I understand your feelings, so much that it hurts, but we have a quota to meet. I've had my eye on this for a long, long time, and you're simply not giving me my offer the consideration you should. Try to look at the broader picture here. This is a great price to offer for after the airships are running again, isn't it? Times certainly have changed, though. Now tourists from the Empire come here to Bose to buy our goods. I'm just not sure how I feel about that. I just keep thinking about all the men and women who were lost to us during the war. People who will never come back. Yep. Do 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 do. Bum, 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 bum.
いつ運行が再開されるかわからないっていうし、このまま空港で待つしかないかな。
Someone down there?
いつこのまま空
Do 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 do. I guess we'll just have to deal with it then, huh? Waiting like this. Guess so, bro. I guess so, I do. Okay, there's like nothing else in this bit then. We came from this way? Yes, we came from that way. Nothing down there. It appears that nobody here at the landing port really knows what's going on either. I wonder if the airliner had some sort of accident. It seems that the corporation still hasn't received any word from the army, and the transportation of goods related to the market has pretty much become stagnant. We're receiving all kinds of complaints from everywhere now because of this. My boss, lately, appears to be really irritated over something. He's always got a stern look on his face, but even more so right now. We get freighters arriving from the Empire about once a week. They're mainly used to carry goods to Bose Market. Also, their intimidating design is typical of what I'd expect from the Empire. Womp 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 womp. Right. Dum 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 dum. Our boss, now he takes pride in the fact that people tend to stick around for a long time when they come here. I'm guessing it's probably because a lot of people use this place for business meetings. Or maybe it's just because it's such a half-assed business, people feel right at home. I don't know. It seems the development of Orbal arts was far superior before the Great Collapse. We're still discovering Orbal relics from that era. That's what people mean when they say they've unearthed an artifact. Huh, okay. That is interesting. That is interesting. We've rediscovered this. This is something we used to have. I mean, I guess that's like clear from the top of the tower. The top of the Esmeralda Tower. The old tech and stuff, and I guess old Orbal arts and relics and all that. The Anterose doesn't feel like a place where you can just sit back and relax, you know. You always feel rushed. That's why I make such a point of trying to give my establishment a comfortable, homey feel, so people know they can take it easy. Sure, man. We got one of each of those. Damn that Nigel. We always came in together and worked side by side. Can't believe he'd betray me like that. He's the one who signed the papers to give me a loan when I first started up this business, for goodness sake. And then he cheated his way up to the top, and now this. What the hell, Nigel? What the hell, I say? Murano of the Trino household is kind of like the vice mayor, except she also kind of runs the place all by herself. The Borden household is pretty influential too, sure, but Miss Murano's the real shadow mayor here, hands down. Why do I feel like I heard that one before? I don't know. Whenever we greet guests, we do so with utmost sincerity, and our motto is, service always comes with a smile. Furthermore, we should always work to improve service. Now, just because I recognize that one, I'm suddenly, like, nervous that I have actually heard these before and it hasn't updated. Hey! Hello! It's funny how much I like these characters now. When we first met them, well, actually no, Dorothy was always good, but my first impression of Niall was like complete tool. And then over the course of not that long, I now really like Niall.
市長から一言コメントをもらうだけでいいんだからさ。
そうそう、ついでに写真も撮っちゃいますけど。そうおっしゃられましても、市長は多忙を極めておりまして、アポイントメントのない方はお引き取り願っているところです。 どうかご了承ください。
そこをなんとか。これほどの大事件なのに分かってることがろくにねえ。読者に何か伝えてやりたいんだ。
ですが、そうですよ。噂の美人市長が表紙を飾れば部数倍増も間違いなしですし。
Unfortunately, you're saying things that are absolutely not her fucking problem.
ナイアル先輩が言ったんじゃないですか。ネタがないんだったら美人市長を客寄せのアイドルに仕立てて紙面を稼いじまえって。
バカ。メイドさん。
ずいぶん面白いお客様ですね。
Very interesting.
お二人の話はできるだけ詳細にメイベル市長に伝えておきますので、今日のところはお帰りください。
Wrecked.
待ってくれ。これはちょっとした誤解だ。
お帰りください。
はい。
あれ、美人市長の写真撮らなくてもいいんですか？
頼むからこれ以上喋らないでくれ。
先輩、待ってくださいよ。
Are we gonna meet them or are they gonna walk off before we have arrived?
あら、
What?
こんにちは、リラさん。
How did we not meet? We walked through them.
まあ、ブレイサーの皆さん、ハーゲン門からお戻りになったのですか？
We did.
まあね。
They said we had to go to the Bracers Guild to report first, so I didn't think coming here would trigger anything, but apparently it has.
ところで、今の人たちって不届き者です。お嬢様を利用しようとする不貞の輩だと申し上げたのです。私の目の黒いうちは指一本たりとも触れさせません。
You go, girl.
そう。
仕事熱心なんですね。
それが私の務めですから。さ、皆さんはどうぞ中へ。市長がお待ちになっています。
Am I crazy? It did say go to the Bracers place first, right? I'm pretty sure. Okay, but it's not going to force us in, so we will not go in. Oh! I thought this was going to the other place, but it's not. It's going West Bowes Highway. Oh, Crone Trail. Huh. Okay, so this is open now. This wasn't open before. Okay, well, we obviously need to go and fucking explore that, but let's continue on our round first. Trino seems to have been on board the airliner that went missing. I feel a little guilty saying this, but this may just be my big chance. I figured I'd use this opportunity to seize all of Trino's deals for myself. Bro. But Murano's glare was enough to set me straight. It's difficult for me to tell if that father and daughter are on good terms or not. That's crazy. I just cannot believe that Mr. Trino was on the airliner. No matter how much of a rival he is, we've still known him for a long time. I guess that's probably the businessman that the mayor mentioned, Trino. I heard that Mr. Trino was riding that airship that went missing. I know he's my dad's business rival, but he's still Murano's father. I'm really worried about him. Bum 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 bum. Do do. New Ansel Path? This is another different way. Oh boy. To Valyria Lakeshore. Okay, so we have multiple ways to go now. Open to us. Pretty much any of the merchants in Bowes had their starting point in the market. First, you start in the market, which is subsidized by the city. Then after gaining experience, you're able to get approval to start your own store. And it's for that reason that people have come here from far and wide to become merchants. And you should not have anything new in here, right? Right. Correct. You should steer clear from talking to my husband. Get him started and he'll just fill your ear with rubbish. If you head south from Bose, you'll arrive at the north shore of Valyria Lake. Valyria Lake is, as you know, the massive body of water in the center of the kingdom. And fish of all kinds swim around there. Hee hee. Why the hee hee, bro? Bro? What you hee heeing about, fam? Do 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 do. Some people think that Murano and my husband are on bad terms with each other. But that's not the case. They're just competitive, that's all. I don't think people should expect anything less. Murano is his daughter, after all. I know it seems like Murano is complaining as she goes about taking on her father's work, but that's just her way of showing compassion. I really appreciate her being considerate at a time like this. Do 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 do. Okay, where the fuck am I now? Okay, I'm up there now. Do we have enough to do anything? My boss is way too trusting of others. In any case, it's impossible to get along for long in the business world like that. Which is why I should be running the shop. Yeah, ha ha ha. Do I have enough to open any further slottage? So that one costs 30 of each. Okay, well, we can't open shit actually because we've got so low wind. That's 80 of each. Whew. I guess that should be our next goal, really. Get a longer line here. My new boss is a pain in the behind about orders and all kinds of things. In comparison, my old boss gave me the freedom to do all kinds of things. Right. Where does this one go? Okay, that goes back to there. Ever since my husband opened his business, he's had more time at home as well. Of course, he keeps the books and manages his goods at home too. When he was in the army, he only managed to get home about once a week. My husband opening his store hasn't been all bad. My dad plays with me more now than he did when he was a soldier in the army. I like the way my dad is now. Before, he used to get angry all the time. He was probably playing the Elden Ring DLC. Okay, so we did you. Did we do you? Yes. And that's the same house, just the other exit? Yes. Is that everything here then? I think so. We did those two. Yeah, okay. I'm pretty sure that's everything in this section. General Morgan. He's one of the great men who fought in the 100 Days War, and the Hacken Gate is one of the most important of strategic military points. It's no surprise that he oversees the border garrison there. Do you think the market's updated? Bose merchants are said to like an atmosphere of freedom, and for that reason alone, there was a time where each did as they liked. But the previous mayor, and now his daughter, have started bringing all the merchants together. Cabbage, that's what my mum asked me to pick up for her. And a duck, delicious duck. But I'm too scared to talk to people I don't know. That's why I've been pacing in front of the store like this. Hey man, I mean, I get it. I also suck at talking to people, but sometimes it's got to be done. Today I'll be making a dish with meat. Should I grill a steak or should I make some stew? I just can't decide. It's not easy trying to think of what to do about the menu every day. Grill a steak, mate. Steak every time. Meat goes on sale for a limited time after 3 o'clock this afternoon. I need to find a place to camp out near the store until then. Buck and I came to Bose to make it big. In the future, it's our dream to open a huge food market together. It will have the freshest foods at the lowest prices in town all the time. Doesn't that sound like the kind of food market you'd like to shop at? And with the way distribution has changed thanks to the advent of airliners, I'm sure we can make our dream a reality. Yeah, you just need a fuckload of upfront cash, which you will naturally not be able to get. I may not look like it, but I run the kitchen at the mayor's residence. And though I can't cook anything like the Antaros, I can still whip up a decent meal. The mayor's been so busy recently, so I need to at least get her to take in some nourishment. I do like me some nourishment. I formulate medicine for each one of my customers according to their symptoms. I even recently started carrying Eastern medicine, which has grown in popularity. Innovation is important when it comes to business. Bum, 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 bum. I try to find things with hidden value and get my hands on them for a reasonable price. The thrill of this is something you can't experience that easily in other occupations. To be honest though, I am still quite an amateur at this myself. No matter how carefully I choose what I buy, more than half of what I get turns out to be junk. My mother is very rough in the way she handles dishes. My heart always skips a beat every time I see her pick one up. Since these are the goods we're supposed to be selling, she should be more careful with them. There have been a lot of strange things to deal with since I expanded the store, but my son, Pom, has been really helping me out a lot. I couldn't have asked for a better kid. He's bad-mouthing you behind your back. Doo-doo. This music slaps. Instead of just staring at things all the time, maybe I should try and buy something for once. True. We haven't gotten any foreign books in recently. It probably has something to do with all the restrictions put into effect by the army. Just how long does the army intend to blockade the border? Because of all this, all my merchandise, which should have come from the Empire, hasn't arrived. Whatever they're doing, it isn't helping my business, that's for sure. Okay, nothing new here. Of course, because nothing can get through, so it makes sense. Ever since this girl started selling her sweets, the sales of her sponge cake have really started taking off. And now I found myself coming here to shop just so I can get a glimpse of her smile. Amazing. Oh, there's Bro. Teehee. At first I was worried about how I was going to run the store, but things finally started to sell little by little. So I guess the best thing I can do is give my customers service with a smile. Alright then, it looks like it's time to hit up the next shop. All this shopping is why I came along with my husband on his pilgrimage. I'm having a hard time getting the new brands I ordered from the Royal City, and on top of that, merchandise is in short supply. I guess the only thing left to do is try my hand at making some original clothing and see how that goes. It's gonna go badly, mate. That's how it's gonna go. Allow me to tell you. It's gonna go like shit. My wife is shopping like a crazy woman. If I don't intervene, she'll never stop shopping. Money is not the issue here. I just wish my wife would practice a little bit of self-control.
ほほう、この賑やかさは想像以上だ。
ほほう。
なかなか見物のしがいがありそうだよ。ほほう、
ほほう。
この賑やかさは。ほほう。
ほほう。Okay, that's all bro has to say. Ho ho. Okay. Right, I think that's everything. Actually, no, chapel. We haven't been to the chapel. Sister Rosa is an extremely serious and dedicated individual. Ho ho, I think it would do her some good if she wasn't so uptight. The local tone of the people of Bose carries an air of freedom. While doctrine and commandments are important, I'd like this church to be more involved in the region. Okay, mate. The Bose market is like the gateway to success for aspiring merchants. If I'm going to begin any kind... Oh, wait, we read that, didn't we? Okay, let's hand this shit in.
おお、お前さんたちか。
重大な情報を手に入れたよ。
Estelle relayed the information they had obtained from General Morgan.
空賊団カプアイか。それは確かに重大な情報じゃな。これで遊撃士協会としても方針を決められるというものじゃ。しかしモルガン将軍というのも噂以上に遊撃士嫌いらしい。
Yeah, bro is a generational hater.
びっくりしちゃった。遊撃士ってロレントじゃみんなに親しまれてる職業だから、あそこまで嫌われてるなんて。
まあモルガン将軍は例外じゃ。
Good.
普段は王国軍とギルドもそれなりに協力関係を保っておる。
I wonder who started the guild.
ただ今回
What
ばかり
caused
は
it to come into
お前さん
existence?
たちに余計な苦労をかけることになりそうじゃの。
ま、こちらができることを地道にやっていくしかないわね。しかし近頃の強盗事件も例の空賊団の仕業だったみたいね。
ロレントでの事件と合わせて考えると決定的じゃろう。しかし強盗とは言っても せこい事件が多かったんじゃが。
Okay, so they're not looking to steal for money, they're looking to steal for something else?
まさかこれほど大胆不敵な犯罪を起こすとは思わなんだぞ。
言われてみればそうかも。ロレントで起きた事件だって割としょうもない強盗だったし。
それが定期船を乗っ取って王家を相手に身代金要求か。確かにリスクが高すぎますね。そのあたりを踏まえた上で捜査すべきかもしれないわね。
I wonder, yeah, is it a distraction? Are they trying to, because obviously the whole army has now turned out to search this thing. Were they trying to get the army, like, in one place and shit?
空賊団、まさかそれほど。早速。
Currently there's nothing to report? Oh.
何か依頼。
We can't have this in yet? Oh, there's new shit though. Wait, we did this though. Oh, we have to give it to Gwen. Wait, how did we miss her? We just did a fucking round of the Antares restaurant. Okay, Revenue Monster. Oh, right, that's what we already have. Bear Claw survey is new. I'm searching for sites within the Bose region where a plant known as the bear claw grows. If anyone knows of such places, please notify me at the pharmacy within the market. Come see me if you need further information too. Okay, well, we do know where the bear claws are because we got multiple of them from the foggy place. The Nebel Valley monster. Uh-oh. A ferocious monster known as a Master Cryon has been spotted roving the Nebel Valley. Racers from this branch are requested to deal with this threat immediately. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, return to Nebel Valley. And a ferocious monster known as a Thunder Quake has been spotted roving the West Bose Highway. Okay. We've got a monster in West Bose, monster in Nebel Valley. We gotta go to the pharmacy for that. We gotta go to the restaurant for that. And this is the monster from Revenue Village. Okay. Quite a lot going on. Wonder if there'll ever be anyone up here. Okay, so hang on. How did we miss? Is it you? This restaurant's become more and more popular. No, it's not you. Wait, who the fuck? What did it say? Bonk. Ingredients. Gwen at the restaurant. Who the fuck is Gwen? Not you. Wait, can I go through here? Oh, I can go through here. Oh, I didn't realize. Oh. Cooking is an art and a culture. It requires as much creativity as anything, and of course, is just as resistant to compromise. I thought that it was like a fucking employees only, and the dude stood next to it was going to be like, no. Voiced.
毎度遊撃士協会からお届け物です。どうもありがとう。わざわざごめんね。
You're welcome.
お忙しいのに迷惑だったでしょ。全然そんなことないわよ。困ってる人の役に立つのが私たちブレイサーの仕事なんだから。
そう、エステルの言う通りよ。それに定期船が止まってるんだもの。今は立派な非常時よ。
ありがとう。そう言ってもらえると助かるわ。でも本当にミラだけじゃ申し訳ないな。そうだ。それじゃ一つお礼をさせてちょうだい。何？うちの店自慢のゴージャスなオムレツの作り方を教えてあげるわ。うちの店ってこのアンテローゼの？ええ、もちろんそうよ。いいの？レシピを教えちゃって。
Yes, because realistically, we're not gonna make them as well.
心配はご無用。レシピ通りに作ったって同じ味が出せるわけじゃないわ。
Exactly.
さすが、大した自信ね。
I mean, she'd wanna. This is the most expensive place in town, and it's because of the food, right?
うまいとか下手とかそういう話じゃないのよ。ちょうど楽譜と音楽家の関係みたいなものね。同じ楽譜を見て演奏しても 人によって曲の雰囲気は変わるものよ。
奥が深いのね。
So profound.
レシピはあくまで美味しく作るためのコツってこと。簡単な決まりを守るだけでびっくりするくらい味が変わるから試してみて。
Learned the Liberal omelette recipe.
やったー。よし、今度早速試してみようっと。
エステル、お願いだからしっかりレシピを見て作ってね。
何を失礼ね。人のことをとんでもない料理ベタみたいに言わないでよ。
Yes.
だったら調味料くらいちゃんと量を測って入れてよ。エステルっていつもすごく大雑把
Oh
じゃない。
my god. I'll show you a fistful. That's funny. In the actual dialogue, she just said, just like a grrr, I'm angry. But then the actual text was translated from a noise to I'll show you a fistful.
まあ段取りも大事だけど、まずは料理を楽しむことね。案外それが一番のコツかもしれないわ。
It's an interesting thing because like the English translation on this game, and I think is it all of the ones? I can't remember. There's a point where the translating team changed, and I can't remember where it was. It might have been Cold Steel. But it's interesting because like this translation team, at any rate, have clearly taken like a fair amount of liberties with the translation that they've done. But it seems like people pretty universally love it, and were sad that the remakes went back to a more like faithful translation of the original text, which is like the only instance I can think of where people are actually like that. It feels like every single game I see that's like translated into English from Japanese feels like there's always people complaining that any slight liberty has been taken at all. Everyone's always just like fucking crying about, oh my god, they said this specific sequence of words in this order, and the translation said it in a minorly changed way. It's the end of the world. And it's like, it feels like that's for every game. It's like, just constantly, I see this discourse about one game or another. Like, obviously, I've said my favorite game is Final Fantasy XIV. That constantly has fucking localization discourse. Even though the localization is really good, it's not word for word what the Japanese is, and so people cry about it. And it's like this. I feel like Trails is the only fandom where people are happy and love the translation, which is not a word for word translation, which is cool to see. I like that a lot because I do find that very annoying when people are like, oh my god, you didn't translate it one for one. It's like, yeah, because that doesn't fucking work in our language, right? A one for one translation sounds shit. You've got to actually localize. It's not just translate, it is translate and localize, right? That's where the fucking thing comes in. You've got to make it work for the language and make it sound like it isn't stilted and shit, because, you know, just one for one translation just doesn't make sense a lot of the time. Anyway, that was a tangent.
こっちこそたまにはうちの店で食事を楽しんでいってね。
Ingredient seeker complete. Nice. Is nice. All right, cool. So now we can hand that one in, I suppose. Nice.
お疲れ様。何か依頼を達成。
Yep. Yeah, buddy. Boop, boo. Okay, so then we have the pharmacy. Which one was the pharmacy? I want to say it was you? Yes.
何かお探しですか。うちの薬はよく効きますぞ。
私たち掲示板を見てきたんだけど、ひょっとしておじいさんがスペンスさん？
おお、ブレイサーの方々でしたか。お待ちしておりましたぞ。
早速ですけど、ベアーズクローの生育地を探しているそうですね。
ベアーズクローはこの辺りではなかなか手に入らない薬草でしてな。
Well, good news, buddy.
これまではロレントから送ってもらっていたのですが、つい先頃 ホルス教区長殿に新薬の調合を依頼されましてな。この先取り扱う機会が急に増えそうな様子なのです。
Sassy?
あれ、そういえばねえ、最近どこかでベアズクローを見なかったっけ？
We sure did.
うん。霧降り峡谷で見つけたよね。
Cool. Another instance of things changing because of our actions, because we didn't have to go to the valley. The valley was in fact quite a hard zone, which we had to stealth our way through for the most part. And yeah, it's recognizing that. I like it.
なんですと？
数はそれほど多くなかったですけど、薬に使うくらいなら大丈夫だと思いますよ。
それは素
And we can just
晴
hand in the
ら
quest
しい。
immediately. Lovely.
なるほど。ベアズクローは湿気を好むと言いますからな。霧降り峡谷ならば確かにうってつけの場所でしょう。皆さんありがとうございます。
I appreciate your
これ
appreciation.
で心置きなく新薬の調合に取り組めます。
それじゃ頑張ってね。
では失礼します。
Nice. Okay, let's go hand that bad boy in then. I should have done that first. But hey ho. Another 1,000 in the bank.
お疲れさ。何か
Nothing new has appeared, has it? No. Okay, so we got the Revenue monster, we got the Nebel Valley monster, and we got the West Bowes monster. Are the three remaining. Three big old monstery boys. Do 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 do. Okay, let's hand this in, and then I don't know. It depends where it's going to send me next. But we do have the other two directions to explore. We have the way to the lake, and we have the west way. So I wonder where it's going to send me next. But I would like to go down those routes, obviously. We'll see. Maybe it'll send me to one of them. I'm glad to see you all again. Mermaid Belle has been excitedly awaiting your report.
Morgan 将軍はここへ何度かいらしたことがあります。何と申し上げていいか、立派な方には違いありませんが。
I mean...
いい意味でも悪い意味でも軍人気質の方だと思います。
Right.
モルガン将軍、いい。
I get you, I get you. Do 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 do. This music gets so stuck
市民
in
か
my
らの苦
head.
情の処理、ボース上空の飛行制限によるマーケット商品の納入遅れ、下水道設備の修理について、女王陛下への贈答品の選定、アンセル神道での魔獣被害。もういつになったら書類の処理が終わるんですの？
I'm afraid, as mayor, paperwork is half the job.
皆さん戻っていらしたんですか？
お忙しそうですけど、お邪魔してもよろしいですか？
もちろんですわ。モルガン将軍からの情報ですね。早速伺わせていただきます。ご苦労様です。大体の状況は飲み込めました。
You're welcome.
空賊団によるハイジャック、そして身代金の要求ですか。思った以上に深刻な事態ですわね。遊撃士だってバレなければ他にもつかめたと思うんだけど。いえ、墜落事故ではないことが判明しただけでも助かりましたわ。これでボース士としても対策が立てられるというものです。早速市民へのアナウンスと乗客の家族への対応を考えないと。
大変ですね。ただでさえお忙しそうなのに。
それが市長の責務ですわ。ところで犯人の正体は明らかになったわけですが、引き続き事件の調査と解決をお願いしてもよろしいでしょうか。
もちろんそのつもりよ。私たちも例の空賊団とは一度やり合った因縁があるからね。遊撃士協会のメンツにかけて王国軍だけに任せてはおけないわ。
そうだよね。 父さんのこともあるし、今度こそ決着をつけなくちゃ。どうしたの？
いろいろと考えてみたんだけど、どう考えても信じられなくてさ。
信じられない？
あの父さんが空賊に遅れを取った
That is
こ
a
と
good
で。
point. He is the fucking goat. And we beat Josette. So how did Dad lose to Josette and crew? Unless he didn't.
ロレントに現れた連中だけで実力を判断するのもなんだけど。
確かにそれは言えるわね。
They were very ragtag. So maybe because we just made a guess that it was them, but maybe we're just completely wrong. He didn't lose to them. He must have lost to someone actually fucking competent.
あの程度の集団だったら先生なら軽くあしらえるはずよ。
もうヨシアもシェラネーも父さんを買いかぶりすぎだって。確かに結構腕は立つけど集団相手じゃきついと思うし。ちょっとよろしいかしら。エステルさんたちのお父様も例の船に乗っていらっしゃったの？話してなかったっけ？恥ずかしながらそうなの。しかも遊撃士だったりして。カシウス・ブライトって言うんだけど。カシウス・ブライト？ひょっとして知り合いとか？
Wait, was our dad the person that she was meeting?
直接の面識はありません。ですが、
When she said influential person, when she said influential businessman, I feel like our dad is not a businessman.
そうだったのですか。
I don't think she meant our dad.
これはひょっとして軍との交渉に使えるかも。市長さん？失礼しました。皆さんの胸中お察ししますわ。事件の解決に役立つのならどのような協力でも惜しみません。何かご入り用になった時には遠慮なく申し付けてくださいませ。
Appreciate it.
市長さんどうしたのかな。父さんの名前が出た途端やたらと驚いてたみたいだけど。
そうだね。なんとなく想像はできるけど、市長さんモルガン将軍と昔からの知り合いらしいからね。
まあそれは置いておきましょう。それよりも問題なのはこれからどう動くかってことよ。
I'm thinking the two directions we haven't gone, personally. Or there is Nebel Valley as well, maybe. For the monster.
ただ飛行船や空賊団の行方を闇雲に探してもしょうがないよね。そんなことで見つかるくらいなら軍がとっくに発見してるはずだし。どうしたの二人とも。
エステル成長したね。これまでの君だったらしらみつぶしに探せばいいのよとか言ってそうなところだけど。
Banter.
まさかエステルの口からそんな言葉が聞けるだなんて。
They're so proud.
お姉さん感無量だわ。
どういう意味よ。まったく失礼しちゃうわね。
褒めてるんだってば。
確かにロレントとは違ってボース地方はかなりの広さよ。何か手がかりが欲しいところね。
手がかりか。そうだ、さっき市長邸の前でナイアルたちを見かけたよね。記事のネタには困ってたみたいだけど何か知ってる可能性ないかな。
Yes.
確かに
Let's go
僕
meet
た
up
ち
with
よ
them
り一足
again.
先にボース入りしているはずだからね。聞いてみる価値はあると思うよ。
あの二人どこ行ったのかな。
Cool. Nice. Was there a tower in this area? Yes, there's the Amberl Tower. And it's near the Valyria Lakeshore. Okay, so yeah, it's literally, you can actually see that it's off the path. Yeah, this is actually, you know what? This is actually a pretty useful map. This is actually a pretty useful map. So we can see that to the right was the Hacken Gate, and then past that was the Nebel Valley. I don't know what the black triangle means. Black triangle, maybe it means the house is there. And then, yeah, it's got all of that. And then, so yeah, it shows us down. And then left is the second of the towers. Then all the way down to the lakeshore there. And then right, we've got Revenue up here. So that presumably is where the village is as well. Crone Pass, whatever that is. It looks like Crone Pass leads around to a lighthouse and a Minoria and an orphanage. So actually, this is, okay, this is going to be where we go after Bose then. We're going to take the route through the Crone Pass, I suppose, because that leads to Rouen, which has another tower near it, and the Royal Academy and everything. Cool, okay. Yeah, nice map, nice map. All right, that is where we will leave it for today then. When we come back, I guess we could... Yeah, we'll either go see Niall and Dorothy immediately, or we'll start work on getting the side bits done, because obviously I do want to complete the side quests, so we'll see. I'll see how I feel when we start the next one. I think they were all long-term, right? So it's not like, you got to do it now or they're going to disappear kind of thing. So I think we're fine on that front. So we shall see. But yes, that is it for today. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed. If you have, if you could leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Share the videos around, share the playlist around if you can. I would really appreciate that. And I'll see you next time for more Trails in the Sky. Thanks for watching. See you then.